Damn, Coquito, where you found this? EUWF exclusive. Featuring CeeJayWolfy, For-Terrell, Party M, and Alice Coquito. Welcome.
Okay, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Post Review Podcast with our special guest, Mr. Influential Sports. How are you, sir? And
I'm good.
For-Terrell and CeeJayWolfy when come in.
What's going on?
Right. Can you hear me, Ed? Hey, what's going on, Terrell?
How's everybody doing?
Good. We good. How y'all doing?
The link is
Good.
Pretty good.
crazy.
That's good. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Just came in, ladies and gentlemen, just live and uncut, as most songs say.
Perfect timing, actually.
Yes.
To get started.
And for today, this woman takes the lead. So go.
Oh yes. Okay. Let me pull up the notes.
Thank you, Terrell, for this.
Yes. Shout out Terrell for the notes. They're very good.
No
Let's
problem.
go. So yeah, this was. No, we appreciate you guys. What episode is this? Like 16. I was gonna say 17.
Yeah.
I felt about. Awesome. All right, so I'm excited for this one. Here, let's put that out. So to start off, we had the recap as usual, and then some commentary. And the recap was Natalya saves women's champion Kelly Armstrong from a recent attack by Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons, leading into tonight's tag match. So we had Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons versus Kelly Armstrong and Natalya. Give your thoughts. Oh wait, yeah, that's the first match. But yes, commentators Peter Rosenberg and Robert Stone provided play-by-play alongside Chewy Martinez backstage.
First off, Chewy Martinez only came out one time. He doesn't count for shit. That's me.
Hater.
One.
Hater.
Okay, he came out one damn time in the same damn fucking jacket.
I'm gonna call you out every time. Now, oh yeah, so like I said, Zeta Steel, Nikita Lyons versus Kelly Armstrong and Natalya. Obviously, Natalya's much more of a veteran than everyone else in this match, I would assume, right?
Of course, yeah.
But so yeah, everyone give your thoughts. Influential Sports, you want to start us off?
Yeah, I can start us off. I think the match itself, overall, I think it was good. I enjoyed the story they're telling with Natalya and Kelly Armstrong. It's been solid. It was a fun tag team match with Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons. But I think what happened after the match was the most important part of it, with Natalya on the Evolve Championship. I don't think that's a smart move. I think her and Maxine Dupree should go after the women's tag titles, since those are likely to be vacated. I think that'd be a perfect place for her to be at. But she shouldn't be competing for the Evolve Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Let's turn Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons, turn that into a number one contenders match. Whoever wins, they get to face Kelly Armstrong next.
Okay.
I like that.
It's not a bad deal. Excuse me. Now CJ and Terrell, would you like to give your thoughts?
It was a pretty good, decent tag match. And yeah, from the end of the match, Natalya's like she got her eyes on the Evolve Women's Championship. But then she don't really have to go after that. Yeah, but yeah. I want to see how they're gonna have the story going if they do, go for that. But yeah, I don't think she probably should go after that. She too much. Yeah, she be better for that. But overall, the match was good. I get the match a B+.
Okay, that's a good rating.
Terrell?
Yeah, I give the match a B+ as well. The match was good. Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons, they worked really good together. Kelly Armstrong and Natalya, I'm not gonna lie, they actually surprised me with the in-ring chemistry that they had. So that was pretty good too. But I don't think Natalya should go after the Evolve belt if that's what it's gonna boil down to. I think that should be something maybe like Lyons and Zeta could like go after, like maybe they can have like a number one contenders match or something like that. If they want to put Nikita in that light, and then just go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Go
All
ahead.
right. My turn. Beginning of the match, before the match started, when they did like so lineup, Zeta Steel tried to do the whole thing that Nikita did, and then like she got scared when Nikita screamed so loud. She's like, "Ah, what the fuck?" So that was funny. I like that. Second part, they were kind of like beating up on Callie throughout the majority of the match. And once they tagged in Natalia, it was just like, I'm the veteran. I know what to do. Let's do this. And she was really kind of like stiff on Zeta Steel. She really stepped on her neck when she did the running stuff on the back of the head. Notable moment, the Callie connection that turned into the sharpshooter. Callie got mad when she got blind tagged, but then was cool about it because when she saw that Zeta Steel was bitching, like, she's like, all right, that's cool. And that should have been what Keanu and Harlem should have been. Like, all right, we enjoy beating the shit out of people, so let's just, it's fine. Whoever wins, wins. Honestly. But the eyes looking up at the title, yeah, that's a little weird for a two-time champion to be like, oh, I'm gonna go, I want this now. Why?
That was my thoughts. So yeah, I mean, what's your rating of the match?
A.
Okay.
A, because Callie, there's a nice little superpower of her now. She can step for at least a good 3 feet so fast and a split second. Just like boop, boop, boop. I like that about her. Like she's using her track star background as a nice little power. When she does a Callie connection, I believe that she can fuck the shit out of people in terms of power and wrestling. I gotta hit the button, but I don't care about that.
Yeah, the way you said that didn't come up.
I give the rating, A. There you go.
Okay. Now that was basically my thoughts. Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons, they're working as a team. Kelly Armstrong and Natalia, I could see them working. I also questioned why Natalia would be going for the Evolve belt, because why? But I will give the technical, I'll give the notes here just so you guys can get the technical play-by-play for everybody listening. So he said the heel starts strong, isolating Natalia with focused teamwork. So that's Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons. Heat segment builds until Natalia breaks free and tags in Callie. Armstrong storms in with impact, clotheslines, spears, and spine buster. Like he was saying, she's got a good
good spine buster.
lunge.
Not a great spine buster, but a good spine buster. Not a great one, but she'll get there.
She's good
in time.
And then a Callie connection sets up Natalia for the finish. She makes a surprise tag and locks in the sharpshooter on Steel, forcing a tap. So yeah, it was a weird moment where Kelly was gonna take the win, and then Natalia's like, "No, I want to do it," and then she was like showing her, submission moves. But so the match was 7:25.
Backstage.
You want to do that one? Or
sure.
Does anyone
All right. Backstage, Super Sean Legacy, which at the time he's called Super Sean Legacy in the moment, and Timothy Thatcher. We're talking with Stevie Turner. Legacy's like, look, I want a number one contendership against Jackson Drake. I can't give it to you right now. Look, I'll do anything. Like I will, like I'll even do a gauntlet and fight all of them at the same time. And Timothy's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? But she's like, no, but
Stevie's reaction.
No, Stevie was like, okay, but Stevie was like, if you fight all of them tonight and beat all of them, which is all three, not Jackson, all three of them, then yeah, sure. And I love that Thatcher said that boy's gonna have to learn the hard way, right? And Stevie's like, yeah. So that was a nice little like for foreboding for the future. So I did like that. But first off, Ed Fletcher Sports, what's your thoughts on if you just annoy Stevie enough, he'll just give you a match, even though it makes it's a suicide match?
I mean, he wanted to go to hell, and that's where he went.
Yep.
I mean, Stevie, there's not much more she can deal with that. I mean, he begged for the gauntlet match, and it was like, at this point, if you keep begging me for a gauntlet match, you got it. Have fun in hell. And that's where you decided to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
CeeJayWolfy For-Terrell, your thoughts?
If you want fame, you're gonna do whatever it takes. You're gonna toot that butt in the air. That's what you got to do, and that's exactly what he did.
What?
I'll do whatever it takes to get a match with him. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah, he gonna say, God match.
That's exactly what happened. He sold his soul.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. And almost made it.
He want to prove he was fighting. He wanted to be fighting. He had that fighting spirit in him. So
It pissed me off when he did that shit.
But even
I
back,
do whatever it
No,
takes.
you want to prove. You want to get something to prove.
He ain't talk shit. He wasn't like, man,
You want to prove.
I'll whoop anybody on this roster if I got to. No, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever I have to. What?
he's hanging out with Jordan Oasis too much. We'll talk about that
Probably
later.
been hanging out with the Rock.
Gauntlet was his idea.
Oh,
So
Wait, what's the info? What you said he hanging out with the Rock?
Yeah,
what?
I don't know what he been on.
Hanging out with the Rock.
What?
Yep.
It's not that kind of rap. I know.
He sold his soul.
Now,
yeah. I guess.
this part.
The backstage interview.
Oh, first off,
What?
oh no, I want to show off. We have clips, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, this was the ending of the match, which you'll see some cool things
Oh yes, show us the clip.
with some heavy filters.
And
So I'm
Zeta
not
Steel
getting
tried to
tagged again.
steal a pin on Callie Armstrong. Woo! And now Callie.
Are we going Cali connection? Then
Yet again, Natalia.
Talia's stealing her spotlight, Peter.
And what she's doing is cinching in the sharpshooter.
But Cali had this.
Mm-hmm.
So there, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I cut it up, just nice little 5-second segments.
Natalia
Just
made
proving
a
again.
tap out.
Ali, sorry, Tara.
No, I said Natalia made a tap out. Tap out. You see, she made a tap out.
Oh no.
Tap out. She got
Like
that
Jada.
$1 million.
That later. Tap out. It's time for the worst. This is time for the worst and best segment right now, ladies and gentlemen. And I will preface by saying this.
I want to know what's in this backpack.
I go for it. Speaking
All
of
right,
him,
I got this one. So to showcase rivalry, Chewy Martinez interviews Jordan Oasis and Marcus Mathers ahead of their ID showcase. Tension mounts between the two.
and to elaborate a little bit more, Marcus is like, "This is my first ever match."
Yes.
Jordan Oasis says that I was just on the bus for hours and I got over here.
He's like, I was looking out the window of the bus.
Yeah, for hours.
Contemplating my life.
No, he's like, I was thinking about Jackson Drake. I know it sounds weird, but I just imagining him like he won. So that means I can do it too. So I've been on the bus for hours.
Yeah.
Later in this match, they did hear us, and maybe they did a ADR later,
What?
but they did talk about Jordan Oasis and his homelessness. They did talk about that.
Could have just been timing.
It was very it was sad a little
Yeah.
bit. Like Robert Stone can be a nice little audio podcaster if you wanted to for drama. It was sad. But anyway, continue.
Anyone have thoughts on this segment? Or so far?
It was weird. Yeah, it was.
It was pretty mid.
Yeah.
Understood. Now, so next up was say go ahead.
Oh, my bad. He was acting like he was suffering on that bus or something. Like,
Yeah,
I've been on that bus.
he
for
was.
hours.
He had no shirt on.
He's painting a picture, man. He is painting a picture.
Like,
Like what? What you
Like,
on the
just
window
one
seat
nipple.
too?
I've been on the bus for hours. I didn't see a shirt when he came inside the building. I didn't see a shirt when he left. So I think he just goes on the bus shirtless.
They're all in his backpack for
Oh,
some reason. I don't know
He
why.
doesn't want it to smell. It makes sense. You don't want your shirt to smell, so you don't wear a shirt.
Yeah.
You smell. So go to the shower. Anyway, continuing on. Number 4.
So next up was the locker room segment.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, there was a lot of people here. It was Mason Holiday with Layla Diggs, Jin Tala, and Kendall Gray were talking.
And Chantal Moreau in the background.
Yeah, she was kind of hidden the whole time. Mind you, that's relevant. Zara Zucker is accused of being the mysterious attacker, basically, that's been taking everybody out behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, it wasn't me, dude. And she denies any involvement and challenges Gray to a match. So Kendall Gray and Zara Zucker are going to be next week, I'm assuming.
So now we're here. We are here. Who is the mysterious attacker right now?
Oh,
Because
yes.
again, they did the fucking Blair witch hunt real fucking fast as Zara Zucker. It's like, I haven't even been here, bruh. Like, I went home. I didn't get paid for hanging out here. And it was you. I'm like, do you have proof? I don't have any proof that it was you.
Yeah.
We're gonna burn you. I'm like,
Yes.
hey, whoa.
I will say,
Whoa.
that is my question for you guys. Did you see the little hint they dropped for us
Yes.
in regards to who the attacker is?
CeeJayWolfy? You got
Oh yay.
speak up.
It seemed like
Hello,
it would be-
EOD.
Hey, sorry, I'm
No,
late. I thought it was
hey.
at 9:30. My bad.
Yo,
Oh, quite all right. Quite all right.
No worries.
We'll ask you a question for a second, then we'll get
Yeah,
go
sorry.
back to you real quick.
Yeah.
CeeJayWolfy, Terrell, out of everyone in that group that we saw, it was Gentala, Kendall, Mason, Layla, Chantal, Zara. Someone's the mysterious attacker. It's not Wendy Chu. Let's just take her out of the equation because Wendy Chu's having fun with Kylie. So, CeeJayWolfy, Terrell, who's the mysterious attacker?
Shoot. It might be possible to be Zara. She just saying this is just trying to keep her be on the safe side and everything, but then again, it could be Chantel. She been on download for a good minute. Besides, interfering in that match with Layla and Mason tag match the other day. So besides that, she been on download, but it can be between those two for me. Between those two.
Yeah.
They might jump a surprise. Might be Kendall. I don't know.
That'll be weird.
Yeah, it would be.
They might.
That was my guess last week.
I could be wrong.
Shoot.
No, I feel like go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna still go with Chantel. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Go with Chantel, but throwing Zara in the mix, it does kind of like, what if it is her type of thing, because you just never know. But I'm gonna still go with Chantel because, like they said, she got a different side to her, and I'm going off that theory.
Yeah.
Chantel, she the one that was sitting in the back, right?
I got that.
Okay, so I think
just like
if
this.
it's not,
look at.
Yeah, okay, because I have a theory. Even it might not be. I don't know who it is yet, but Chantel knows who it is. Like, I don't think that she was the attacker, but she might know who it is or have something to do with it. Because the quietest people always know the most, so she could just be playing the background for somebody else. So I don't know, but that's just a theory I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, that's deep.
To add on to that, that is deep, and to add on to that, she probably saw it when she was looking at the mirror. When she was looking at the mirror, she saw somebody behind her attack whoever the fuck it was, and then she saw that, and that's why she's been fucking quiet. It makes sense.
Yeah. No, I guess I can see it for sure. I just she also seemed hella suspicious in that moment because she said she was wearing black in the last episodes or whenever the last person was attacked. So I don't know.
Well, it looked like everyone was wearing black this episode, which was weird.
Yeah.
Everybody. X-Men 99. Fucking weird.
That's on every show though. That's on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. That's on everybody wearing black.
There's not a lot to go off of. Yeah.
I before we go to EOD, I want to say rest in peace the VIP table. We have not seen it for about 10 episodes. So I just realized that.
Yeah.
Just no more mysterious man and mysterious woman. This happens. But EOD wrestling.
Yes, sure.
Who is the mysterious attacker out of everyone we saw? But you can use the Chantel Monroe saw it from the mirror theory.
Okay, for me, if it's out of everyone that we saw, because it could still be someone we haven't seen yet, because they're still debuting people, but Kendall Gray is actually a good choice because she said it's her best friend. But every week when she was trying to do something, Bright was trying to do something with her, she always brushed her off, and now all of a sudden now she's hurt. It's her best friend. I just don't remember when the attack happened and when her match was a couple weeks ago. That's the only thing, if I can remember that exactly. I don't know if she was about to have a match when the attack happened or so that kind of throws a monkey wrench into that theory. But Chantel, I agree with you. I think she knows. It's making it a little too obvious, and she was quiet for a change because usually she has something to say. She was just in there in the corner, just not really saying things. So it's probably somebody in that room, and she knows who it is, but doesn't want to say anything. So, but I think Kendall's a good choice.
Yeah.
To answer your question, the night that Carly Bright got attacked, Kendall Gray was not mentioned nor in the building.
Okay. Yeah, I just couldn't remember because I know there was like 3 different attacks. So
I had a Rolodex in my fucking brain to get that fucking episode in my head. Jesus Christ, I'm old. Anyway, moving on. 5. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for my favorite button, which I love the fucking press because it's just so fun. Marcus Mathers versus.
I want to know what's in this backpack.
Wait.
Yes. All right. So for this match, we had Marcus Mathers versus Jordan Oasis. Yeah, this one. Oh, I remember this match. Okay, it's coming back to me now. Mathers takes a lot of hits.
A lot.
And Oasis is like dominating for most of the match. Mathers counters with speed and an aerial offense and lands a 450 splash. That 450 splash was beautiful.
It was.
Perfection. Textbook.
Let's go back 2 minutes. Go back 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
First off, I want to say 2 things. I didn't have the clip for this though, but Jordan Oasis and that brain buster. Holy shit. Chef's kiss. Love that. And he kind of jumped into it. He didn't like just drop. He just kind of jumped into a ball and fell with it with the ferocity. Secondly, what happens when you get kicked in the face so hard?
Now, looking to finish the deal. Oh, that kick! It like.
I want to know what's in this backpack.
Yeah. So I imagine he got kicked so hard he put his shirt on and he just kept on walking. And what's in that backpack? No. That was a beautiful fucking kick, which then led up to the 540 splash. So
the 450 splash.
Yes. EOD, thoughts, rating, and still what the fuck is in that fucking backpack?
This match I thought was really good. I didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was. Oasis did stuff I didn't even know he could do. I think it was a good debut for Mathers. I keep wanting to say Marshall because they kept saying it so much last night.
They made an Eminem reference too.
Yeah, because they always say that. But what I really did like commentary, because like everyone was saying before, they were saying hopefully he gets the Evolve Championship, so maybe he can afford a 1-bedroom apartment. Maybe that's what he's trying to fight for. I thought that was funny. I thought that was really funny. But they put both guys over. Like you said, it was like speed versus power. And then don't think y'all want to talk about the end quite yet. But I thought this match was an A-. An A-. I really liked everything about the match. And the fact that Mathers was able to match with his speed, the power, like that kick at the end before he did the splash. I actually thought he was going to kick out because we see 450 splashes all the time. But I guess that's his finisher, so it makes sense. So, but it was an excellent match, I thought.
Before we get to influential, I'm gonna call that kick the Candy Cane kick because it kind of hurt. It kind of hooked.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus!
And he sold the hell out of it too.
And that's why I put the whole in the backpack. He got a concussion and thought it was someplace else. Exactly. Influential sports, get it.
Well, first off, I'm glad they cleared up the Marshall Mathers thing because I was confused at first because I was convinced because I forgot that was Eminem's real name. So at least we got that cleared up. But it was a solid match. I give it like a B because it had some good spots in it. But I give it like a B. And then I did like the ending though of what happened after the match.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
I'm giving this match an A. And for Marcus Mathers, I'm always going to be a little biased just because he's from Philly. So I'm like, it's cool to have Philly representation, you know? But, yeah, it was a good-ass match. So,
CeeJayTerrell, your thoughts?
No, I'll give it an A. I like it. I had that forth between the two, and yeah. And Oasis doing more than what he used to. Yeah, I give this A.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this match an A as well.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like how
Terrell?
Jordan Oasis was.
Damn.
I like how Jordan Oasis stole that kick.
Mhm.
All right.
That kick looked damn near devastating. I won't be surprised if he actually make it into a signature. And yeah, Marcus Mathers. We need confirmation on whether you are related to Eminem or not, because like I swear, as soon as the match was over, I was like, I am Marcus Mathers.
Oh.
There's no one in Evolve who can stop me.
Oh my god.
He's on one, man. He is on one today.
I'm gonna get a match. Yeah, I'm gonna get a match at A. Definitely a good match. And yeah,
Okay.
seeing Jordan Oasis. The backpack, I think it's a Glock. He gonna stick somebody up.
Oh god.
And I also think is a system in there to create, identity theft. He gonna bring up, he gonna make a new persona and stuff like that. He gonna be a billionaire. Watch I tell you.
Yeah.
Be like
Okay. I give you that.
happy Jordan,
Yeah,
happy Oasis.
ooh,
I had to call.
I forgot
Yeah.
to answer the thing about the backpack. He might be the only one that can stop Iran. We might have to stop Iran.
Motherfucker. That was a good one. I'm clipping that shit. That was awesome. Post match. Let's talk about post match where Marcus is trying to, what happens, sweetheart?
So Keanu Reeves comes in after Marcus Mathers walks up to Jordan Oasis, who's in the corner, and offers him a handshake, and they're both respectful about it. And then Keanu comes in and kicks their ass. Play the clip.
And Jordan Oasis, you love to see it. You love to see it. Two ID talents competing in this showcase. And hold on!
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, Keanu Carr beat the shit out of everybody. He threw Marcus into Jordan. He did say that it took two of you motherfuckers, paraphrasing, to put me down, and I'm gonna run through the whole division until you give me what I'm deserved. Paraphrasing.
I think he has it out for like the ID program or something too. Or...
This is what's weird. This
Yeah,
kind
the
of
ID
confirms
program.
and not confirms because now he's posting more. Yeah, he's in the ID program,
Yeah.
but now he's posting more on Instagram and probably on Facebook and whatever. If he is gonna have the journey of doing, by the way, I had and I think go on, Terrell.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say that's the
Okay.
type of fire that I was expecting Sean Legacy to have. Like, come with some, intensity. Like, I'm gonna go through this whole roster if I have to get what I want. Not no. I'll do anything I have to. I'll do it. I'll give it up if I got to.
Okay.
That is absolute facts.
Pause.
Now I wanted to say this real quick. If Keanu Carver does this storyline, it's awesome. Now I think EOD, Terrell, and Influential would probably know this storyline. Do you remember back in around 2016-17 when Samoa Joe didn't give a fucking NXT for a short time? He didn't give a fuck. And he always would come outside, he'd come out to the ring and just start like just choking motherfuckers out and walking away. I think Keanu needs to be Samoa Joe 2016-17, like I talked to you about. When he just walks into the ring, someone's literally having a match. We're like, yeah, let's go. The Dubstep Cowboys are fighting each other for the first time ever. And here comes Samoa Joe. Okay, I'm gonna leave. Next.
Now I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Again.
Samoa Joe is her boy.
Oh yeah.
That's her boy. Like she.
That's why I love Samoa Joe at that time.
Yeah.
I remember. If anyone remembers NXT, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He's
Okay,
the guy.
I gotta check him out.
And if anyone remembers this, I want to put this deep callback. If anyone remembers in NXT, there was a guy that was supposed to debut, super jacked. They did like just kind of not Lars Sullivan, but kind of looks like him. And if you remember that, CJ, the day that he was going to debut, Samoa Joe just walked in and just walked. That's it. Never saw him again. Never saw him again.
Like, dang, how do you do man like that?
So let Keanu have that.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, he need that type of one. Yeah.
Exactly. I like that. Influential, your thoughts on that?
I love its return. I thought my boy was gone, but he back now, and I love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping he having a long tenure because I do want to see a black male dominant at the top and to be taken serious. We don't get that a lot now. We don't have a lot of black wrestlers being serious. So if he can become that and get over and evolve and get to NXT, hopefully by the end of the year, because it's only June right now. So we still got like half the year left. He got a lot of potential. And now the promo was a bit shaky, but that's what he's all for. He definitely going to improve on that.
Yeah, of course. I respect that. Which, by the way, I forgot to say this, and I said this in the chat or somewhere. WWE is highly invested in Callie Armstrong right now. So we might see her for like a couple more tapings, and if they do new tapings, she's probably gone. Like straight up to NXT and in the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I can see.
Probably Keanu too, if he's still employed. Again, he's really mysterious with this motherfucker. We don't even know. Keanu, if you're watching, please tell us. Can you publicly say it's been 90 days? Say something. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, well, it has been 90 days, right?
Okay, here we go. Yes. I love doing the math in life. That's what I fucking love about that shit. Next up, A Woman's Wet Dream, number 6.
Okay. Tate Wilder.
Wilder.
The cowboy, baby, the cowboy. All right, so they do a vignette introducing the cowboy Tate Wilder. Yeah. Teasing his upcoming clash on the brand. So I don't remember much about this clip. Does anyone want to fill in what was the exciting parts besides the cowboy?
Well, I remember just from like the exciting part. I think the cowboy is the exciting part because I'm a fan of Hangman and Adam Page. So when I see a guy like that, I'm supporting the cowboy.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe he was like on episode 2 in a tag team. And I haven't seen him since, and I liked him when I first saw him. I'm like, wait, where is he?
Thank you, CJ.
So he's got the Matthew McConaughey thing going for him and everything, and he was really cool. So
he fought Holloway, that big
Sam Holloway.
Yes, I missed that motherfucker. Where the fuck are you?
Oh, okay. As I was saying, like, I was like, man, that seems it's episode 2. I'm like, I forgot all about him. I just remember I liked him.
I did. I love his
it's
awesome.
So for Tate Wilder, I was happy to see Tate Wilder too, because I'm kind of like influential. I grew up on like my granddad and my dad would watch Walker Texas Ranger with Chuck Norris. They used to watch it like a whole bunch of cowboy movies, and stuff like that. So I was always a big fan of my boy Antonio Banderas. That was my boy. Like that was my guy growing up. I feel like Tate Wilder, he got the Matthew McConaughey thing going, but he needed a little bit of edge. So I feel like if he could be a ladies' man, but at the same time he can have like that, that.
He's got that urban cowboy thing
going. Like when he get in the ring, it's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So yeah.
And quick off topic, but Walker Texas Ranger, my parents put me on to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Off double topic, Tombstone and Little House on the Prairie for me. And Murder She Wrote.
Oh, yeah.
That woman was a gangster.
Yeah. I used to have a cassette tape, man. Somebody stole my shit. I think one of my cousins did when I was like 8.
You have a friend that burnt the entire series on DVD.
Growing up in Chicago and stuff, man,
it's smart,
and you got to get it how you live. So like, people would like steal little random stuff, tissue paper, all kind of stuff. So I was like, man, might to get that Tombstone collection. I'm gonna get that Tombstone, the two the two tapes.
Oh, you say, okay.
The VHS tapes. Oh, okay. Well, like, man, I'm gonna keep that in my closet, man. One day I came home from school, that motherfucker gone.
Dang.
$5. Sometimes that shit, but oh my god! But I want to say this about the cowboy. This might be an imaginary storyline that I made up, but this could happen. Let's say Tate Wilder fights one of the Vanity Project and win. Obviously, the Vanity Project is going to crap on him. Zeta Steel might not.
Oh.
As badass as whatever you are, hundos, who the fuck's going to say no to a cowboy? And literally after the Twisters movie just came out, there's like YouTube shorts off that. Like, oh my God.
She could be lassoed.
Okay, I didn't want to say that. All right, give me a second.
Metaphorically.
Wow.
Lassoed, charmed.
Wow.
take me literally.
I gotta
Okay?
press the button.
Don't take me
girl.
literally.
Oh my
I gotta
God.
press it, dude. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That was all her, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, Kylie Ray. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Kylie Ray,
happened?
yeah, Kylie Ray talks about you took my son's teddy bear. You've been scaring the crap out of me. But this, you know what? At the end of it all, it's the last woman standing match. I call it last woman. They call it last man standing, but I don't give a shit. And then at the end, Wendy Chu's free to pop out. Let's go downwards and counterclockwise. EOD, first ever last woman standing match in Evolve, not in wrestling, but in Evolve.
All right.
How long? Who wins?
I think this might be one of those episodes that might go an hour instead of like the 46 minutes. Not the whole match going to be an hour, but the whole episode is an hour. So that means I think they might give this 25 to 30 minutes for this match.
Yeah.
We've seen episodes where they've only had 2 matches before. And if it's going to be a last woman, so they might as well do that. Since I wasn't here earlier, I was kind of surprised that this, because looking on Twitter and everything, I thought this was going to be on the show, not Last Woman Standing, but they were advertising Wendy Chu and Kylie Ray. So I was like, why was the first match, not the main event? So I thought this was going to be the main event. But then it's like, oh, it's in the match for next week. And it makes sense. It really does make sense because they said, oh, you've been beating me up for weeks, so now we're going to beat each other up until one person can't get up. So I did like the promo behind it. The Wendy Chu face at the very end is always great, the little crazy smile that she does. But I think 25, maybe 30 minutes for Evolve next week for this match alone. So
yeah. Because we have there's maybe 2 more matches.
There might be 2 matches in that episode top.
There's
a
minimum
short
3.
one in the beginning.
No, actually, there's been minimum 2. It's been weird as fuck. This fucking Evolve world.
For a match that long, that's
they need to. I'll say mine later. But CeeJayWolfy and Terrell, how long? Who wins?
It said they will give it 30 minutes at least, and because this is the first ever for Evolve. They're having a last woman match there. So I believe they probably give a good minute, 30 minutes. And the win, I think Wendy Chu might end up getting her on this one. Since Kylie got up in here last time, I think Wendy Chu might end up getting her on this one. So yeah. I think Wendy Chu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terrell?
I would say the time limit should be about 20 to 30. I say the least if they do decide to go, at least I would say 15 minutes. Because I know they both gonna go. They both gonna go. They gonna put on the show between those two. I would say the win should go to Kendall Gray.
Yeah, Gray.
Oh, my bad. Not Kendall Gray. Oh shit, Kylie Ray. Boy.
Kylie Ray.
If Wendy Chu does win, I would like to see her return with the Mi Ying persona.
Okay.
I would love to see that return. If she wins, now she just got to come with a even more darker and sick persona, but she just taps into it whenever she feels like it.
True. I mean, that makes sense. I give it that. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Influential sports.
I think the promo about Kylie Ray was good. I enjoyed it, and I think this match, if I say 30 minutes, and I think I see Kylie Ray getting a win because if Wendy Chu if she get the win, you would have no choice but to bring her back up to NXT. But the NXT women's roster is great, but it's kind of bloated at the moment, and it's still other people you really don't know what they're doing with in NXT right now, like Kalani Jordan, who hasn't done much since losing the North American Championship. So I just leave Wendy Chu and Evolve just for a little bit longer. It's not going to be a long time, but just until you find something for her to actually do. And I would have this open the show actually. And even though it's not the most people in the crowd, I would have Vanity Project closed next week to get that heel heat on Jackson Drake.
Yep.
That would be pretty good. All right, Cardi M. How long will the match last? Who wins?
I'm gonna say, like everyone else, between 15 and 25 to 30 minutes. That's, I mean, on the safe side, like 15, but I could see it being a longer match. I like the idea about like Kylie Ray kind of accepting her dark side. Like I think that's what needs to happen here.
Yeah.
And that's probably what Wendy Chu's trying to get her to do.
Yeah.
Sucks though, she's never getting that teddy bear back.
No.
But in terms of who's gonna win this match, oh sorry, there was a dog outside. We all want Kylie Ray to win, but Wendy might win this match just to keep the feud going. So the feud's over once Kylie Ray wins. I would hope.
The feud's not over.
Once, well, man.
Well, if Kylie wins, doesn't that mean
Yeah.
Wendy Chu also wins? Because I think, like y'all were saying earlier, that Wendy's trying to turn her dark. So by Kylie typing her dark side, Wendy Chu wins, and maybe we might get a tag team or some type of partnership out of it later.
It's gonna be a weird universe where if Wendy, okay, I'm gonna say this right now, it's gonna be at least 20 minutes, at least 20 if they go all out. They've been safe, but at the same time, Wendy Chu loses, and Wendy Chu turns back into sleepy time Wendy. There has to be a shift in energy. Kylie turns into dark Kylie. Wendy got so knocked out in that match that she does a Tony Storm and goes back to the original thing of what she used to do.
Maybe it's like Wendy Chu has to like steal Kylie Ray's positivity. It's like let me just
reverse.
see that
Okay,
shit.
I got you.
Yeah. And like a verse, like a reverse suck, and then eventually she turns back into evil because she's like, why am I dressing up in a fucking 90 and why am I holding a pillow at 2025? What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Well, I do hope, since it is a last woman standing match, that we get to see more of the Evolve backstage area. Like, hopefully it goes everywhere and then it ends up back in the ring. Like, you know, since it's last woman standing, it can happen anywhere. So then we see the doctor's office, the prime minister's office, and whatever else you can cook up back there, then bring it back into the ring. So that's what I kind of hope happens.
Yeah.
Go to the parking lot. No,
Yeah,
go to
the parking lot, like
really
most dangerous place on earth besides Waffle House, the NXT parking lot.
To really tap into the dark side, scratch that. Have it end at a cemetery. Last woman standing at a cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that would be dark, badass. I would be fucking bad. But I wanted to say this. They're really trying to do fucking Nikki Cross versus Asuka, last woman standing. They're really trying. They're really trying. And if they can, they're not going to replicate it. But if they can get close enough, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Because Nikki Cross and Asuka was a good fucking match, even in those times. And they haven't really replicated it because it was just nuts. She kicked light. Shout out to Ronaldo. I will say this. There is a match next week. Zara Zucker versus Kendall Gray. And there's probably going to be a men's match next week as well. We don't know exactly what, but most likely. So it's going to be 3 matches. So that's fine. That means they're going to be the main event. Perfect. Speaking of main events, and the weirdest things, we're there, ladies and gentlemen. Thinks he's Super Sean Legacy versus Vanity Project in the Gauntlet. He thinks he's super because he thinks he's fucking Superman in this shit. Cardella, take it away.
All right.
It's Ricky Smokes first, Brad Baylor second, Bryce Donovan third.
So I'm not too keen on the details of this match, but I know it was Ricky Smokes.
Brad Baylor.
Yes, I mean they went on for a little bit. Brad Baylor, they went on for a little bit. Third one that comes out, it's a little different, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So
actually, I think I have a clip of that too. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Ricky Smokes, they had a nice little back and forth match. Eventually, he just did his special, the grab, put you on the thing, and just boom, 1-2, right? Got him out. Brad Baylor came in and chop blocked him on his leg. Which then affected him throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
He did a jumping whatever thing on the outside, messed it up his whole leg throughout the whole match. And if I'm right, this should be it.
The hesitation and meets on Legacy. Superplex into the ring, and now a pin. Wait. Legacy with the pin.
Really?
Legacy with the small package. And
Now.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Remember that now?
It's called the shambles. Called the shambles finisher, I guess, right? For Ricky Smokes. That one was go ahead.
What?
That was a cool counter because it was smooth as shit. Honestly, I mean, Legacy took the pin.
Plus, it was based on weight. It was based on the fact that he was doing a superplex, and it hurts him a little bit less than the other guy. Shawn Legacy took that advantage, and then once Baylor put the legs to kind of lock him, all he did was shift his weight backwards, and then he was the one on top of Baylor, and Baylor's like, "Oh shit, I locked my legs, I'm fucked." 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
beautifully done.
No,
using the least amount of pressure to win a match.
Yeah, I'd say like a good counter defense wrestler is my favorite type
But
of wrestler.
ladies and gentlemen, then this guy came.
Brad Baylor. No.
He beat Ricky Smoke with a shambles. He beats Brad Baylor with roll up, and unless
this one, yeah, dude, he comes out. Bryce Donovan comes out with a kick to the face.
Big boot,
yeah, and that's it.
Yeah,
it was like 5 seconds.
You like it.
He ducked under Bryce once. That's it.
Crazy, man.
Okay, for a little bit of hope, I thought he was gonna win. But when I saw Bryce, when I saw Bryce Donovan, I'm like, all he has to do is kind of like dodge him a couple times and try. Maybe he'll last a minute or two. Yeah, but in less than 7 seconds, he got kicked in the fucking face. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That fucking sucks. But Thatcher said it. The kid has to learn the hard way.
Yep.
Cardi M rating.
Definitely got to do that.
Rating on this one. Yeah, it was a good ass match.
It was.
I give it an A. Yeah, I give it an A.
All right. Influential.
Go ahead.
For this, man, Shawn Legacy, I don't even know where to start with. I mean, we talked about it earlier, but he essentially just told Stevie Turner that he'd do anything. He'd get on his knees, he'd bark like a dog. He gonna do whatever it takes to get this match. He might jump off a roof. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But my problem with that match, my main issue with the match was the simple. The last match was like 5 seconds. I didn't understand that. Like when Kalani Jordan, she had when she did the feud with Fatal Influence and she lost the North American title, she got offense in all 3 of those matches. And you still had time. I think the show was like 47 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. 47,
So you still have, you could have used just 3 more minutes for him to get some more offense in. Then the ending with Lindsay Dorado coming. Lindsay Dorado, you came back and went to Evolve. That's all I'm gonna say. And the whole LW, like you telling me they can't, like they talented enough to be on WWE, but they can't even get shine there. So the ending just really messed me up. That's what, like the match was solid, but the overall match was solid. But the last match and the ending of it, that I give it a C+.
Okay,
I got that. EOD.
All right, for me, I wasn't here earlier, but like they said, Thatcher did kind of hint at it. And for me, the difference, what it is, like what you said with Kalani, she had her offense. He's still in Evolve. So maybe once he gets to the main roster, he could run that gauntlet. But right now, you're super, but you're not that super yet and everything. So you have to learn the hard way. I thought the match was really good, and it actually made sense in a weird way. It's like, okay, you face 3 guys. I'm like, at the end, after all the beating you took, you're going to lose because y'all know I like the Vanity Project and everything. But I really thought Shawn Legacy was going to actually run the gauntlet because that's what I'm conditioned to see. Oh, babyface runs the gauntlet. And the way he got taken out at the end is like, yeah, he was pretty beat up and everything. So, and I noticed that Donovan still I think his hand might still be messed up or whatever. So it kind of made a little bit more sense.
It is. Yeah.
So for him to just take him out like that, it's like, okay, yeah, that's what should have happened. And he ended up losing. So now he's not the number 1 contender at all. Well, who knows what he's going to try to pull next week. That might be the new gimmick. Like, what is Shawn Legacy going to do to become number 1 contender this week? But yeah, I give the whole match an A. I count the Lindsay Dorado thing separately than this match because it really, I just kind of separated it. Yeah. Match. But I give the match an A.
I know exactly what he's going to do next week. He's going to go Stevie Turner and say, let's go to the back. I'm gonna do whatever you tell me to.
Food and choo choo. That's what's gonna happen. CeeJayWolfy, Terrell, thoughts and rating of the match before the Lindsay Dorado stuff.
Yeah, I liked the match and everything. The ending was weird though. I ain't really expected it to be that kind of short for last man. Even though he had been 2 matches kind of banged up here and there, but I thought he was gonna be a little bit longer than it was. But it was a pretty good match, and yeah, I'm giving it a B.
I'm gonna give this match an S. I'm gonna rate this match an S for superb. This is the reason why. Going off the backstage segment with him and Timothy.
I was about to say.
Timothy is like that uncle that tell you, don't hang out with them little niggas. Them niggas ain't no good. But guess what you gonna do? You wanna have friends so bad, you gonna go and hang out with them. And guess what? When you end up in the interrogation table, they going home. Your ass going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened to Sean. Sean thought he was John Cena. You ain't John Cena. You're not even prototype.
Oh Lord.
Nope.
You Ohio wrestling John Cena. You was Ohio wrestling John Cena by way of NXT.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
By way of NXT. So
Double,
he was like,
double.
yeah, nephew got to learn the hard way. And that's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Got the easy, got the, the little brother. Middle brother came in, but Big Brother wasn't playing that shit. And Big Brother know. Big Brother been in a lot of fights. And that motherfucker knew.
You know how Big Brother was.
And he lucky Teddy Long right there. Then he would have had a match with Undertaker.
Shoot.
So yeah, I'm gonna get this match an S because it happened exactly the way it was supposed to.
Oh my god.
You begging for opportunities, but you ain't worked that hard for it.
No, you try to cheat.
You didn't work that hard for
and
it.
that's a bad thing. Yeah.
But then you talking big noise. Like he wasn't even talking big noise. What am I talking about? He wasn't talking big noise. He was just begging.
Yep.
Please, man, please. I got these cheeseburgers. No. Head ass.
Friday
Exactly
shout
what
out,
happened.
buddy.
His cheeseburgers got 8, and he's still hungry.
Oh,
Hamburger, cheeseburger Eddie.
So yeah, I'm gonna give this match an S because it happened the way it was supposed to.
Okay, I'll give you that. I give this match. It was good storytelling, and I love that it's good storytelling. I give it an A because I was not expecting the fucking price thing. He could have done the black hole slam. You don't have to use your hands. You could do a fucking Ken and kind of just lock your hands like this and just spin his ass around and let go. It doesn't require your fingers. Just
no, the kick was swift and to the point.
He said he didn't need to do all that.
No, just
yeah. It seems easy, but I'm not gonna fuck with that.
That's fine.
But the injury theory makes a lot of sense because it's like, why did you bring him in just to not, for him to be like in the background like that? So it makes sense also why they didn't properly do this gauntlet because he still can't fight, but they made it entertaining enough. So I'll say that.
He properly fought in the gauntlet. What are we talking about?
Well,
he wasn't hurt. He got hurt during the match. Yeah, but that one kick after fighting Ricky Smokes, after getting beat the fuck up by Brad Baylor, him chopping the leg, and he had to do a roll up just to survive. And he thought he had a nice little running forward, but a guy who's so big and apparently so talented, I put their fingers up, talented like Bryce Donovan, he figured out like this guy cannot run because his leg's busted. You know what? Bah! Big boot, you're out. That's it. You can't run if I just knock your ass out.
He won the match fair and square. I'm just saying, if I were a wrestler and I were in Bryce Donovan's shoes, I'd be like, I don't feel like we actually got a match. You know what I mean? Like,
then like that means you wouldn't hang out with the cool kids and the hundos and the bros.
Well, maybe I need to forge my own path then.
Exactly. That's how the OD's like. Exactly. But rating.
I already gave it an A.
Okay.
Yeah.
Post Lindsay Dorado comes out after it's funny that the editors or the people that press the music button, they didn't stop the music. The guy just kept getting his ass kicked while the fucking Vanity Project music kept playing. I'm like, motherfuckers, you guys are assholes, man. What the fuck? He's like, oh, we're and then I think it was oh, what up, Hitman D? And I think Jackson Drake's like, we're the freaking Vanity Project. We're the best there is, and they're still beating the shit out of fucking Sean Legacy. They're still
We
on.
do what we want.
Yeah,
no, man.
we're like,
Jackson Drake.
I'm like, okay.
Jackson Drake, I ain't gonna lie. Jackson Drake got my ass, man. He was sitting up here talking all that shit. And then,
Mad
then Les Dorado music plays like, yeah, we fucking shit up. We taking over Evolve. We the great. Oh, what the fuck is going on around here?
Even I wouldn't be scared. It's fucking Lindsay.
What he said was the fuck? He said, "Oh,
But
what
let's
the hell?"
continue.
Something.
Lindsay
What
comes
the-
out. Yeah,
Oh my god.
exactly. Because he didn't expect anyone to come out. I love that. I love that shit. Lindsay come out, slides in. They run away. Then they realize there's only one of you guys. We're gonna jump in, and that was I can't believe John Legacy got his ass beat. He really just went to hell and accepted it.
I mean,
Yep.
so did Marcus
That's what
Mathers.
influencer said.
Marcus Mathers got his ass beat too.
No, Marcus Mathers got his ass beat because
Well,
he
what
was
you
in
said,
the
he took a
he was
trip to
gonna
Wrong place, wrong time.
Keanu.
And that's what I said
Exactly. He
earlier.
was in Keanu Street.
That's what I said earlier.
God.
That's what you said earlier. He said he took a trip to
exactly.
hell. That's what he did. Sign his name on
I
that line.
actually want to bring up influential. Thank you for that influential. Like you brought up the reference. He went to hell, but Marcus Mathers didn't want to go to hell.
No.
He just got his ass beat near hell. That's what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I will say I'm excited to have Lindsay Dorado on Evolve.
I'm a Puerto Rican and I'm not excited that Lindsay Dorado's in Evolve. He fucking sucks. I'm sorry, man. Give me Santana. Let his ass go to Evolve.
Oh
And
yeah.
everything else. But just saying. But I will say this: Lindsay Dorado comes out. They tried to attack Lindsay, and then the LWO, which they have nothing to do, and they can't even go to LW. They can't even go to fucking AAA. They got sent to Evolve. And now they're involved. Which, by the way, this is gonna piss me off. I want to ask EOD and then counterclockwise. What are your thoughts? And I think they're doing this secretly, and I hate that they're fucking doing this shit. What are your thoughts that they're making a tag team division, but based on everyone that's in the main roster, except for the Vanity Project?
To me,
they're bringing in the LWO. They're bringing those are two other guys. You have the Vanity Project. So EOD, what are your thoughts on that?
To me, I don't think they're making a tag team division, and that's the reason why they're there, so they can have some tag teams. But I don't think there's a division there. I think it's just a way for them to like get the new, like some of the newer guys, put them together so you can feature more people at one time. But they're not going to have a tag team. Well, this is WWE. I don't want to say they're not going to have a tag team belt, but there'll be no reason to have one whatsoever. It's like basically have these guys there, feud against some tag teams, namely not the Vanity Project, Swipe Right, because they were pretty much the only real tag team. You got Cartwright and Cappuccino Jones that kind of tags together, but really they're the only real tag team. And I don't think they're going to be long for this world. I think the whole Vanity Project's not going to be long for Evolve, to be honest with you. The way they're featured on NXT like almost every other week, it seems like now. So I think like what you said with Cali is like I think eventually before the year's out, I don't even think they're going to be there anymore. They're going to be called up. But yeah, so like I said, I don't think they're making a tag division. They just throwing some tag teams down there that aren't doing anything, so we can have some tag matches. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, I get that. CeeJayWolfy, Terrell, your thoughts?
Man, it's something. Like the LWO doing something now. They really ain't been on the main roster for like a good minute. So I like to get them somewhere to go to do some stories with someone down there, and having Liz Dorado with them. Interesting to hear that. So I'm looking forward to see what they can do down there involved.
Terrell?
I guess I can get with the inclusion. It's just they don't need to go by LWO anymore. They just need to change the name.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I never really saw. I mean, I see what Rey Mysterio was doing, bringing the LWO back. But I mean, in today's society, LWO for us growing up with LWO, this I can't even say PG. What is this? General audience LWO. needs to stop.
Yeah.
It needs to stop. They need to stop going by LWO. Just come up with something different.
Yeah.
And
I think
my girlfriend's all confused. Go on, Ed.
I was gonna say, hopefully it isn't the start of a tag team division because this Evolve is like that's like their developmental to get into NXT now. So it's like you don't need a tag team division. You can have tag team matches with the people you have now, like the stuff they did with Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons. Like you don't have to really build up no tag teams. And then if LWO or I mean that's what they is, but if they're down, if this is them actually going to evolve and they're actually having to do stuff, then they're officially buried. Because Natalia is the only person on the main roster that makes logical sense to be here to build up the younger talent. LWO is not in that position. Even Wednesday Dorado coming back shouldn't be in that position. Natalia coming down there to put people over to help the younger talent, that actually makes sense. But having other main roster people, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Maybe Lindsay's like a trainer coach, like a player coach. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of.
No, no, that's the thing though. It could be sort of.
The peace out, y'all.
Oh, okay. Oh man, peace out. Have a great day. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. Have a good night. Be safe. He's up. My thoughts on this. By the way, to explain the Invisible Woman, the LWO was formed back in the 90s when they realized like there's a bunch of Latinos here, and like they got the NWO, you got the NWO Red and Black, you got the Ravens crew. Like there was so many groups that there was no group for Latinos. Yeah. So like let's just be the LWO, and there was a Latino in the NWO. Yeah, in WCW, but he got kicked out. It's just a really weird shit.
I'm gonna paint a picture. I'm gonna paint a picture for him. So you know Dirty Dom, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Rey Mysterio took the mask off in WCW when he was in the LWO. Rey Mysterio was Dirty Dom.
Yeah, he showed.
He was a player.
Yeah.
All the girls was in love with him. He was the cutest thing that they ever seen. He was stealing people's girlfriends, all type of shit.
He showed.
Like for real.
Muscular, 4'5".
Eddie Guerrero was all together. Chavo and them was all together. It was crazy. Conan, it was a lot of them. Yeah.
La Parca. La Parca was in there too. That's a guy that's the guy with just a chair. Love him. I love him. God, I miss La Parca.
That's why I'm happy to have Lindsay Dorado in WWE in general, because I'm happy to have Mexican wrestling. Like it's
Puerto Rican wrestling. He's Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Is he part of AAA or no?
No.
Well, he came out during.
Why? Because he's Latino?
No, but like, he was there. He came out during the special like NXT.
Yeah, because he was
the
audible.
I'm sorry.
He was the audible. Like he wasn't supposed to be there.
But someone got hurt. Joaquin Wild got hurt.
Yeah.
Wild he got knocked out early in the week. Yeah.
Exactly. So he couldn't be there.
Representation.
Concussion protocols. So,
but that being said, in terms of the tag team belts, that's a good conversation because I don't mind if they send the teams up to NXT and just have like a really either way you have a really strong tag team division like potential, like especially for the women with this Zeta Steel Nikita Lyons things. It's cute.
Makes no damn sense.
It makes no sense. You got Mason and Layla. You got for however long Natalia's gonna stick around. You got Natalia and Callie, and then the possibility of Kylie and Wendy. So you've got like a lot of possibilities.
Carly Kendall.
Yeah, and so yes, keeping that in Evolve would be kind of limiting. So maybe like the belt would just be like a very transitory type of thing. But if you sent them all up to like the strong ones up to NXT and have like a kick-ass NXT tag team division, like I feel like they just neglect the tag team division. And if they actually like poured some time into it, it could be like the star for me.
It used to be good until something happened with the belts when they made the one belt. They took it from NXT. They made the one belt, and it hasn't really been the same again for the women. And I don't know what they're doing with the tag division overall. Like SmackDown has good storylines, as you see. LWO is in Evolve. I feel like, oh yeah, they're on Raw. I saw at the house, the show I went to, you had No Catch Republic. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot they're a tag team. I haven't seen them in a long time. So they got tag teams, they just not doing anything with them, and I don't know why.
And I hate to say this, And they've already said 16 weeks for Liv Morgan. So she's gone.
yeah.
She just went to surgery today. That's it. So
But you know what
16
that
weeks.
means?
Roxanne Perez.
Yep.
Roxy.
Yeah.
The way you get them.
Here's
Well,
the
you
thing,
lose.
though. Should Roxanne? We're gonna cut for a second, ladies and gentlemen. Should Roxanne Perez replace Liv Morgan in the tag belt so she can just be a tag champion by default, by freaking way of you just there and not defend it? Because I'd rather there be a tournament for that belt because there is no tag team division if one of them is hurt for 4 months. If you apply the 30, by the way, there's a 30-day rule. I told you that someone has to defend the belt for 30 days unless you're Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and others. Let's just be real. Okay? Roman Reigns in 130 days. What the fuck? I just found that out in the trivia. Jesus Christ. But what are your thoughts on that? Like, what are your thoughts on, like, should they? I think Evolve, and get a good point. Evolve should be a woman tag team feeder system. We're gonna invent tag teams like Monster Hunter and throw them out there. Let's go. We have all these girls that ain't doing shit in Evolve anyway. We have a drunk Cage Jameson and a hippie named Summer Hayes. There you go. I mean, that's all you really need. What's your thoughts on that? CeeJayWolfy and Terrell, go.
Shoot. It seems like they will probably get Roxanne as default for Liv's spot. Then it'll cause more conflict right there as it is. And yeah, because they did talking about relinquish, they just getting rid of the belts all completely. But they just need to form up some more tag teams because they already released it a good few recently. So yeah, they need to try to form up some tag teams so they can keep that tag team division rolling. So, and then so she might end up being default. They might put her as a default for the tag belt. Keep that storyline going with her between her and Liv and Dom.
Yeah. I don't know. At this point, I feel like I feel like it's the perfect time to just discontinue the women's tag team belts altogether. That's how I feel. I feel like it's about the time to just let it go. You know, it's something that they tried. It was good for what it was. It started to decline. And right now would be just the perfect time. Just let them be the last ones to ever hold the belts. I feel like they deserve it. Just let them be the last ones to ever hold them.
Shit, this would have happened. Would have been the Belt Twins.
Because the last real tag team that they had was Kaden and Kitana, and they gone.
Yep.
That was the last real female tag team that they had.
Yeah, legit.
Everybody else was just paired together.
Okay, give it to Madison and Layla then. Let them be the last tag team to ever get it, because Jakarta and Lash ain't never gonna get it. So
no, but again, that no,
right?
I hear.
Yeah.
Jakara's
gone now.
That's what I'm saying too. I was gonna say Jakara and Lash could have gone up to the main roster. They sent Julie and Roxanne up to the main roster. It was working, and it lasted like 2 weeks. And I get what you're saying in that if there genuinely isn't a good tag team to fight them for the time being, at least like put it on hiatus. I wouldn't get rid of it forever, because then when there is a potential for a good tag team to shine, like they don't have the belt to back it up. But yeah, I think they need to just put more love into the tag teams, honestly.
Yeah, to me, I don't think they should get rid of the titles at all. I just think you got sort of teams, but like some talk like the Zarya, so Ruka, I didn't at first. They just threw them together. But now I like them and everything as a pair. Maxine Dupree still needs a little bit of work, but technically her and Natalya are kind of a tag team. You can make a tag. You got enough women you have to make a tag team. They just have to care about doing something with the tag division, which they're not doing across the board. You can just keep the one belt like they did before, because the belt technically could be defended on NXT and I guess by default on Evolve. You just keep the one title that floats between the entire company, And instead of making another tag team type for Evolve, because that wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
NXT used to have, well, I think NXT still have a lot of females that we haven't even seen yet. I guess they're kind of in Evolve right now. So it's like, so it's like you can still have a tag division, especially with the women. You just gotta do more tag team stuff and everything. That's all.
Yeah,
Again, whole thing with Roxanne being, I mean, they just did it with Naomi and Bianca. Like somebody got hurt. Okay, so it makes perfect sense. And with the storyline too with Roxanne, be like, remember Finn told us, oh, I have an idea. But since the match got called off, we don't know what it is. You can easily write that in. It's like, oh well, if I was out there, that probably wouldn't have happened. Oh, Raquel, you don't need to relinquish your titles. I'll take up the slack. Then you can see Liv eventually with her sling on, getting all jealous, building up that storyline, how she's just, and then have them actually become a legit tag team. That would make Liv even madder and everything. Like she's really replaced them and get some more chicken nuggets to Dom and everything. And then, the whole thing. And it's gonna write itself. It's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Alex is doing some math.
She'll be back by Survivor Series.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that could be a nice little like surprise, like fifth member if you need a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I will say it's eerie timing that whole backstage segment before the match with Liv Morgan, and obviously this isn't involved, but yeah. So Finn kind of like pulls Roxanne aside. Is like, oh, I have an idea. Come with me. Yeah, and then all of a sudden Liv's shoulder goes out, and it's like conveniently enough, like and it's another mini me situation with like Roxanne and Raquel. Yeah. Where it's like, you're bigger than me. I have something to learn from you. You're smaller than me. I have something to learn from you.
Here's the part I want to say. There needs to be fucking tag matches. If you give her the belt, this is not a Dean Ambrose situation where he was the U.S. champion for so long,
like 10 months and finished 3 times, I think, in 10 months.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And by people in the IWC, like motherfucker hasn't defended in 30 days, 60 days. 90 days.
That's the debate that I just started on TikTok. It's people literally trying to debate me on TikTok as to why Mercedes Moné deserves the titles that she has. So you got 5 belts because we know the Owen is not defendable, but still, you got 5 championship belts, and somebody gonna say, yeah, man, like what you mean she's not defending the title? She's not a defending champion. The last time she did the TBS championship was a month ago. What the fuck are you talking about a month ago? That was 30 days ago. Why not a week ago? Why not 2 weeks ago? You got 5 championship titles and not defending them hoes. It'll make sense if you was defending them. If you're gonna be a belt collector, defend your titles. Because if you're gonna be the TNA champion, the WWE World Champion, and say you got the United States Champion as well, and you got the Intercontinental belt, you should be at least defending the US title and the Intercontinental at least on SmackDown and Raw. At least. At least 2
once
weeks
every
out
2
of a
weeks.
month minimum. But the main belts, you should be making appearances at TNA. You should be defending at the PLEs of TNA and WWE because you're the world champion too. That's the problem with Mercedes Moné having too many championships. She's not defending them. She's just collecting them.
And like I told you, once Bayley's gone, and Bayley's gonna be gone eventually, she'll do the same thing. Bayley 5 belts, Bayley 6 belts, because CML, like again, she got this. I think she got the 6th one. It's 5 and 6, I think. She got the 6th one in CMLL. She went all the way to Mexico to get another belt over there, and that's because AAA is like, you guys got bought off at WWE. Well, we're gonna kiss AEW's ass and just give them whatever the fuck they want. And that wasn't the right idea for me. Like, you shouldn't give Mercedes Moné another belt and then crap on everybody in that back in the backstage, which is basically. I want to get back to the beginning of the show because again, you weren't here at EOD. I want to get your thoughts on this. Rating of the tag match between Callie, Natalya, and we showed the clip that Callie did the Callie connection. She got a blind tag, and then Natalya did the sharpshooter for the win. So rating and thoughts of the match. Yes.
To me, it was a B. Like all the ladies did well. Zeta still seemed like she was the weakest link of the three, just because Callie is like so good. She looked like she's already NXT ready now. So to me, it was more of a kind of trying to showcase her. I did like the storytelling with Natalya, like teamwork, but maybe Stone was right. She was eyeing that belt awfully hard at the end of the match. But Nikita, I like what she's doing. I know a lot of people be hating on her, but I actually like it. Like she's showing a really more aggressive side to her personality with the striking, using people as a punching bag. She's on TNA. I mean, she's everywhere. Like just because she's on Evolve, she's on TNA a lot too and everything.
Yeah.
So she is doing stuff. Even though I know this is tape, but she's everywhere. Her knees are good because she's not wearing the knee braces anymore, so that's positive. So I really like the match. I'd give it a B.
Okay. By the way, they did in the fun facts that she debuted in TNA in 2025 in May. She debuted in NXT in 2022. They keep just saying debuted because she just pops up everywhere. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like, But let's get back to the end before we finish this show. If you want to pop up on Saturday, if you're free, Terrell, you're more than welcome to talk about this in Mercedes Monet because Joe and D-Walk love talking about that shit. I will say about this episode of Evolve, this was a weird pop-up episode of matches. Jordan Oasis showed out. Marcus Mathers got beat up 80% of the match and he won. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Keanu Carver is doing a Samoa Joe where he's going to just beat the shit out of everybody every week. Yes, please. And please find It's Gal. Just like find him in the background, flexing and just beat the shit out of him. Please. It's Gal. I'm bleeding. Oh, shit. You know, like this fucking doctor. You know, just like that's all you need.
God.
That's all you fucking need. Really. That's it. There you go. There you go. Mercedes Race overrated. Pass by on Saturday.
Oh man. I just had a random thought that just pop up in my head.
What's the random thought?
Oh,
You
Lord.
remember Dave Chappelle? It's a real world skit when the dad gets saved. When the dad gets saved.
I'm shot. Oh god.
Oh god. Like you just stabbed me. And then he's in the green room and like Dave Chappelle is like he looked like he spilled ketchup all over the place. Oh, I'm bleeding. That's what I was thinking about. Let's go. I'm bleeding.
Yeah. That's all he needs. I want to see that. I want to see It's Gal acting like Ken in situations. I'm stuck. Someone threw me in a chair. I'm hurt. I'm like just play the part. Because once you get to NXT and once everyone sees how you are, that's it. You know that. Like and she needs an entrance where he comes in. There's a whole bunch of girls like in plastic masks instead of acting like Barbies. Just acting like that's all he needs. That's it, really. Sarah Zucker, if you are the attacker, bravo. I did not see your ass coming. If it isn't you and Chantal it is, why? You're not getting a title match. You're not getting close to a title match. You're taking away the competition with, guess what? There's 20 other women in the fucking Evolve back rooms. So it never ends.
The theory for Kendall Gray made sense because she's like, all right, I'm pissed off at the world. So if you have a positive attitude, F you. But for Chantal Monroe, I know Mason and Layla kept making comments about her not being herself. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but I don't know. I don't get why she's attacking random people like that.
And the add-on, Kendall Gray, every time she had a fun fact, they would always say that she is supposedly Carly Bright's best friend. Whereas Carly Bright says she is Kendall's best friend. Never the two.
And I am kind of overlooking the fact that's the first time Kendall stood up for her in a while because it's been weeks on weeks and Kendall has not given a shit about her.
Of course not.
So
she doesn't give a fuck.
Find out.
She was surprised when she won. Remember that? Oh shit, you won! Oh wow, that was awesome. Yeah, I was like, oh, what the fuck? So honestly, if it's Kendall, I know it's not Wendy, I know it's not Kylie.
Yeah,
it has to be Zara. It has to be Zara. Or Chantal, or even and as a wild card, Mason and Layla. weird tag team, like
Oh,
psychotic.
you're gonna do? You mean like on Scream? They're gonna do a Scream thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really two
they
people instead of
could.
one.
They could, because they're the only ones that brought it up. No one else brought up the attacks except them. No one talks about Chantel except them.
But wait, there's more.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Exactly. So I'm like,
baby.
No,
oh my gosh, shout out to Scream. I miss that movie so much.
I love the whodunit.
Yes. Well, let's end
Yeah.
it right here. Let's end it right there. It's 1 hour, 20 minutes. I want to shout out to Influencer Sports for giving us a chance to talk with him and his channel. I want to give a shout out to EOD Wrestling 33. Sorry for you getting late. Nothing wrong with that. It happens. Thank you for giving us your time and your effort and your knowledge on wrestling. Because again, I love your perspective on this, like always. Before you go, please plug your socials.
All right, you can find me on Linktree /EndaDays33. I'm on Twitter, 2 YouTube pages, a gaming and the wrestling one, TikTok, all that stuff, but it's all under Linktree /EndaDays33. You'll find it all.
Nice. All right.
Shout out Linktree.
Shout out Linktree. CeeJayWolfy Terrell, please plug your socials.
You find me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at CeeJayWolfy15 or Chelsea J15. And yeah, that's about it.
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat under For-Terrell, and then YouTube TV. You can find me under For-Terrell Music or For-Terrell Gaming. I have 2 channels.
Okay, cool.
That's cool. Cardallo?
Yeah. Same as usual, the NOUR project on YouTube and Cardallo Muhammad on Instagram.
1L, 1M.
Yeah.
Across the board. Okay.
You'll figure it out.
New news channel, my Instagram, Crimes and Craziness of Puerto Rico. Check it out. It's in my stories right now. Shout out to Real Black Shout out to Real Black Couch Booking. Shout out to Joe, D Walk, Influential Report, Reggie Man Reg, Terrell, CeeJayWolfy, Cardi M, EOD. Shout out to my son, Stay Alive. I love you. And shout out to everyone that loves us and we love them back. Be safe, be happy. And remember that the Post Evolve podcast is Evolve Beyond Limits, as Terrell had a good meal while talking. He's really happy. And buen provecho. Stay healthy, stay happy, and say to Steel, you still fucking suck.
Thanks for watching, and remember, like, subscribe, comment, leave your thoughts down below, and all links are in the description. See you next time where we can evolve together. Coquito out.